What's up, internet? Today we're going to install this USB charger on the 2020, it's a lot of 20s, man. The 22 Hayabusa over my shoulder there. Being a motovlogger, I've got at any point in time at least two cameras, GoPro cameras, one on my helmet, one on the bike somewhere, usually pointing back at me, sometimes in 360 mode. And if I'm going out all day, GoPro batteries, they last like hour and a half, 2 hours. GPS navigation on my phone, sometimes I don't know where I'm at and I'm using GPS. GPS will kill your phone's battery pretty quickly. Combine that with its Bluetooth to my scene on my helmet so I can hear the navigation. Hold on a second. So I can hear the navigation commands tell me where to go. Turn left. Recalculating. It's a lot of stuff, and I've been dependent upon the USB charger I installed in the ZX10 to get me through the day. There's one time where I forgot to charge something the night before, so I started the day with a dead battery, but it wasn't a problem because I just plugged it into the USB, and then a couple hours into my venture, the GoPro camera was charged. It was good. Same thing, if I forget to plug in my phone at night, I don't worry about it. I've got my USB charger. It's a backup, if anything. I always try to remember to charge everything the night before the next day's adventures so that I'm starting the day off with all my cameras fully charged, my phone fully charged, etc., etc. My battery pack on my helmet fully charged. Yeah. Plan's pretty simple. We're gonna wire directly to the battery. I like being able to leave something on charge like a GoPro camera or my phone without having the key in the ignition. All of these kinds of accessories are not going to put any kind of load on the motorcycle battery and bring it down or anything like that. I mean, we're talking about devices that take like a 1 or 2 amp draw. Piece of cake. So we'll wire directly to the battery. Hopefully, I think run behind this panel here and then up the fairing or underneath this little piece of the fairing here and then come out over here by the right fork tube. Maybe along the frame, we'll see, I don't know. But I think all of this stuff is pretty easy to get off. I've watched an unrelated video, but on a Busa, and they took these pieces off, and it seemed like it was a piece of cake. So I really could use one of these videos to go according to plan. If you've watched the Fender Delete video, didn't really go according to plan, had to do a bunch more work, and I actually anticipated, and then the throttle lock video I did, the Atlas throttle lock video with the GSXR 600 there, the white bike over there. Just need a video that's going to go according to plan, nice and easy, you know? Be nice to have one.
First thing we're gonna do is remove the rider's seat. Next, we've got a small Allen head bolt and a little body push pin to be able to remove that piece of fairing that rides up front by the gas tank. Probably going to have to turn your handlebars to the left so you can have a little bit of room to get that push pin out, that body push pin. At this point, you can start removing the panel that essentially is like where your knee kind of rides up against the bike. You can start peeling that back. It's held on with nothing more than some Velcro strips. You're also going to have to remove the lower fairing Allen head bolt down by the bottom, right in front of the brake pedal. There's another Allen head bolt. For some reason, I didn't capture it on camera, but it's already removed in this still photo. It's right behind that burnt gold accent in the middle. It's kind of sitting behind that super cool Asian lettering sticker that I like so much. Once you've got those two bolts removed, there's some body pins that press into rubber grommets on the frame, and you just need to pull the fairings back. The closer you can get your hand to these, the better, but you do nothing more than just pull the plastic fairings away from the motorcycle. There's one more hidden bolt that you need to lift the fairing next to the gas tank up, and it's an Allen head. It's a small Allen head, and then once you pull that out, you'll be good. For my particular application, the length of the power cables, the red and the black, running from the USB port are not long enough to connect to the battery, and run all the way up to the front of the motorcycle. So I've had to extend those with some of my own connectors and cables. With all the fairings loose and we've got room now, we can actually run the cables down underneath the frame and around this little tank pad that protects the frame and the gas tank from touching each other. And then we'll just run them up through all the way to the front of the motorcycle. And I'm leaving a lot of excess cables sticking out because at this point in the video, I actually wasn't 100% decided on where I was going to mount the actual USB connector. So I left myself enough cable to trim and basically put the USB connection essentially anywhere I wanted.
All right, we are all done. I tested it, it works. We used a bunch of zip ties every, I don't know, few inches just to kind of keep the wires from just dangling all over the place. Everything's nice and tucked underneath the fairings. I still gotta button up the fairings, put the seat on. We'll do that later. And let's see, this is a 2-port USB charger. It's got an on-off switch, which is kind of nice. When you turn it on, it lights up nice, bright and blue. It's pretty easy to see when it's on and off. It's got a little cover. If you get caught in some really bad rain, although I think mine's tucked underneath the windscreen enough, I'm not really worried about that. I just zip tied mine to the wiring harness up by the ignition. Kind of ghetto, but it works and I'm good with it. It's not gonna go anywhere. What else? Yeah, if you're gonna buy something online, you can buy it anywhere. But if it's online and they've got dimensions, check the length. It's just nice. It's less work to just get it the right length out of the gate. But it's not hard to extend it, which is what I did. And then when you mount it up front by your triple clamps, just make sure you got enough clearance when you turn your handlebars left to right that you don't snag the cables. So if you're maneuvering in a parking lot or some shit like that, you just want to make sure you got enough free play in the cables for wherever you end up mounting it. Oh man, I think that's about it. Did I say it was nice to make a video that went more according to plan than the last two? Because those did not. Well, all right guys, keep the rubber side down. We'll see you in the next video.